What is up, my dude and dudettes, and welcome back to TellerTube. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the subreddit r/Choosingbeggars. If you guys are new to my channel, be sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date with my latest videos. And with that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Lying Choosingbeggar ends up paying more than he bargained for. Okay, so my mother-in-law was downsizing and had a decent office chair to get rid of, fully adjustable with lumbar support and all that jazz. If I'm honest, I really wanted it, but I don't have an office/study or anywhere to put it. My desk is my dining room table. She was originally going to drop it off at a charity shop, but they couldn't take it as they don't have fire tags. In the UK, a charity shop can't take furniture with any type of upholstery on them without a safety tag on it to show it is fire retardant. So the missus suggests she list them on Facebook and try to get some money for it so mother-in-law could either treat herself or donate the money to the charity. Now, if you were to buy one of these chairs new, it would probably cost 150-ish pounds. It was a couple of years old, but in very good condition, as it was used maybe once a month for a couple of hours. The mother-in-law has cats, and so mentioned in the listing that fact, but that the chair had been cleaned and there were photos showing the chair in pristine condition. My mother-in-law wanted to try and get 30 pounds for the chair to get rid of it quickly, very reasonable. Interested buyer messages my wife, who created the listing so mother-in-law wouldn't have to deal with negotiations, and asked if they would accept 25 pounds for one of the chairs. Mother-in-law says yes, that's fine if you could collect today, so my wife passes this on and asks when you will come and collect. A time was set for collection later in the day and all was well. The chairs were at mother-in-law's house and my wife was at our house, and so all the communication was relayed between text message. About 30 minutes before they were due to show up, my wife got a message. Can we have the chair for 20 pounds as we have to travel a long way to pick it up? She replied that it was clearly stated where pickup was from and the price was 25 pounds. They said they would be there at the agreed time. They turned up at my mother-in-law's house and they must have known from my wife's profile picture that when they met my mother-in-law, it wasn't who they had been negotiating with and asked to look at the chair, sit on it, etc. With a smile on his face, he tried to hand over 13 pounds. When my mother-in-law said that the price is 25 pounds, the guy must have took a stab in the dark and said, "Your daughter said we could have it for 13 as we traveled so far to pick it up. It also needs to be taken to the shop for cleaning as I have a cat allergy and it's not as good as it looked in pictures." Not one to be swindled, my mother-in-law called my wife to check. I happened to answer the phone, and after she explained what had happened, I told my mother-in-law to tell the Choosingbeggar that the chair was no longer for sale and to take it back inside the house. The Choosingbeggar, seeing the discount chair being pushed back into the house, then offered to pay 20 pounds saying, "20 pounds is all I have," and then offered the previously agreed 25 pounds for the chair. I was still on the phone at this point and could hear what my mother-in-law was saying, but not what the Choosingbeggar was saying. I heard her say, "As you have said, you've come a long way to pick it up. If you don't want to go home empty-handed, it was originally listed for 30 pounds. Choosingbeggar reluctantly paid 30 and took his new chair home, hopefully having learned a lesson about honesty and integrity during negotiations. Oh, chief. Hey, yeah, so I don't know if your daughter told you or not, but she said we could have it for 13. Yeah, I don't think so, Chief. Nice try, you donkey. People use autistic people for art to sell and don't want to pay them. Okay, some backstory. I'm a freelance portrait artist. I am pretty broke because due to my autism, getting and keeping a job is hard. I'm just looking to draw for any job I can get. Sometimes I visit a youth group for autistic people to play games with the kids there, draw, etc., and use their atelier. I was even looking into volunteering for real. Now, I got the opportunity to sell my work there, and the way I finally felt like my dream was coming true. I know them, know the place, but I now heard I have to buy my own supplies. That is fine, you know, but now I came to learn they expect me to buy my own supplies and sell it there for no money at all, and they get everything. They said, "If you make a little money, that's fine, but if you get a stable income from this, we don't want that." So they expect me to buy my supplies, making no money at all for my work, all the while they know I'm struggling to find a job. I'm going to decline it because I need a job so I can make money and build a future for myself, not to lose money because they don't want to pay their artists since it gets exposure. They are putting autistic kids, people, to labor in order to make money, and as an excuse say it is a good way to spend your day as a jobless autistic person. How do I know this? They have some autistic people painting for them. They don't pay, I figured. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, I'm autistic, but I am not stupid and know the worth of my art. Just because I did not have the opportunity to sell my work yet does not mean some greedy, disgusting people can sell my work and not pay me and expect me to just do it. Oh my goodness. Okay, sure, you can do your art here, but we're not gonna pay you, and you can't sell them for money. Then what's the point of being here? Shake my head. I can't help, I'm pregnant. Okay, so this happened a few years back, long before the pandemic. Me and my husband had been trying to get pregnant for 2 years, and we finally went through a fertility clinic, and we were finally pregnant and couldn't be more excited. At about the 6-week mark, I had a friend call me up out of the blue. We knew them well, but it was mostly through Facebook and text as we didn't live close to one another. We chatted for a bit, I mentioned my pregnancy, and she told me how they were moving and wanted to borrow my husband's truck so they could save a little money. I asked my husband and he said it was fine. The cast, me and Choosingbeggar. Me. So how do you want to do this? Are you going to come and pick it up? I asked. Choosingbeggar. I don't have the time, I'm still packing up stuff. Can you drop it off and we can hang, and afterwards you can take it back home? I wasn't thrilled about driving all that way, but I had already pretty much agreed, so I said okay, I'd drop by and bring the truck with me. Once I arrived, she was still wrapping things up and packing things away. I was kinda hoping she would have it mostly packed away, but it was only just a few boxes. I sighed but asked if I could help her a little bit. Choosingbeggar. Where is your husband? Wasn't he coming too? She asked. No, he's still working right now. Why would he be coming anyway? I asked because they didn't know each other too well and he was working. But I needed him to haul the heavy stuff. I can't do it by myself. She began to whine. We offered to let you borrow the truck, not to help you pack and haul things. And just so you know, I can't stay here all day long. I don't really like driving at night, I said. Why don't I come back tomorrow when you have more packed and ready to go, I asked. I still need help though with the heavy stuff. I think we can move it ourselves, she said. I really can't be lifting things over 25 pounds. True, I was only 6 weeks along, but since it took us so long to get pregnant in the first place, I wasn't going to do anything that could potentially harm my baby. Besides, I never agreed to help her move in the first place. Don't be stupid, you can help me, you're barely pregnant anyway, she said condescendingly. That comment made me mad. Okay, first, there is no such thing as barely pregnant. You either are or are not. There is no in between, and I never said I was going to help you move. I said you can borrow the truck. I'm going back home now. You can figure this out on your own. I know she was screaming at me as I left and was blowing up my phone for a while before she just gave up. I read a post on Facebook about how I promised her all this BS and they flaked out on her, but thankfully I was removed, not sure if she deleted it or what, but I wish I had saved the screenshots to share on here, but oh well. We haven't spoken in a long while, but honestly, I don't need that type of person in my life. Wait, but where's your husband? He has to carry all the heavy stuff. Actually, you know what? You're not even that pregnant. You can help me. Yeah, not gonna happen. I got a job interview for my wife's brother, but he walked out because he didn't like the position offered. Now he wants my recommendation for another job. So my wife's brother and I work in the same field. Basically, we're both software engineers. Around 4 years back, he decided to quit his job at the multinational company he worked for as he wanted to focus on his side hobbies. That didn't work out for him, and within a year, he was back looking for jobs. A year back, he asked my wife if I would be willing to recommend him to my company. I asked around and there was a position open. I got him an interview. It turned out that he walked out from the interview because he wasn't happy with the position they were offering and also that he'd be working under me. He even sent a strongly worded message to me that I insulted him and that he should be able to work as my equal since that was the position he resigned at. Said I was probably jealous because he was better qualified than me. Now, he wants me to recommend him for a position at another company, and my recommendation would carry weight since I worked there before, but I refused. I told him to apply like any other applicant would. He said that there are a lot of people applying and he wants an edge over them, and also that my refusal looks petty. Oh my goodness. Chief, you asked him to recommend you, and he did, and you walked out on the interview. What else do you want from him? Come on. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash that like button as it would really help me out. Subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with my latest videos. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.